to an episode of We the Panel, a Terrace House Podcast. As you can see, we're kind of changing it up. Happy Halloween to all of our audio listeners. We're all wearing costumes in celebration of this year's Halloween. You know, keeping it fun, keeping it fresh. My name's Tim, and I'm joined with my two fellow broadcast mates, Jason, Asanas. Say what's up to the lovelies, Jason.
Spooky! Ooh, happy Halloween!
Halloween!
Mr. Dragon over here! Whoa, how's a dragon talking right now? That's crazy.
I'm Shenron, bro.
Oh my goodness. Sup, Tim? I'm doing good.
Sup, Dick?
I am a ninja from the hidden leaf village.
Oh man.
Whoa,
to all of our
Kakashi-sensei, is that you?
No, because no, it's just a guy in the
Another one that just so happens to have silver hair.
Yeah, you know, he's just a dude that's like, Kagebushi no Jutsu. Anyways, I am doing well. Happy Halloween, everyone. Hope everyone's celebrating Halloween in a safe and responsible and fun way. But yeah,
Wear
what's
your mask,
up?
y'all.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Tim. I'm ready for this episode. I am hyped for what's gonna happen or what we're gonna talk about. Yeah.
Nice. And lastly, we've got Mr. James. Say what's up to the lovelies, James.
Giannis is coming to Toronto in 2021.
No, is it actually confirmed?
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Calling it right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo is coming to Toronto in 2021.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm chilling. This is my literal last minute costume. Like, I'm so mad at myself because like I always at least have like an idea for a costume and like it'll turn out like but this is probably the first year where I haven't even like come up with a costume idea. So like I feel kind of bad like with this last minute one. But I digress. I digress. But Tim, how are you doing, my beautiful dragon friend?
Not too bad. Not too bad, you know. It's just been it's been a week. It's been a week to be alive, you know. But yeah, I'm just ready to unwind and just jump right into this. Unfortunately, as you guys can see this week, we are a member short. Our lovely Cheska could not join us. She's off hitting the books, studying hard. I'm sure a lot of our student fans can relate. So, you know, yeah, this one's for you, Chess. This one's for you.
Whoa.
Thank you, you beautiful dragon.
RAR XD, guys.
Oh,
so 2015.
Whoa. Speaking of 2013, let's jump right in, guys.
Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's hot. Oh.
Wow, there's a Tim under there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look like a turtle now. I'm not wearing a dragon hood.
Okay. But yeah, as Jay and Tim said,
sorry to cut you off real quick. To all of our lovely We the Panel fans, you can now listen to us not just on YouTube, but anywhere you get your podcasts. Yes, that's right, anywhere. We're on Spotify. We're on Anchor. We're on We are now on Apple Podcasts. So if you're looking for us, you can definitely find us at any of these podcast places with the title We the Panel.
That's for Anchor, but yeah, you can basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Right. Tim. That was great. Good plug. But
okay.
Yeah,
now let's jump right in.
There you go. We will now get into Terrace House Boys and Girls Next Door, episode 20, titled Crushes Have No Limits. So, the episode starts, as it always does, with you and Tori-chan. So, what happened last episode? Little recap of what happened last episode. Masato wants Seina to wait for him. the whole Valentine's Day fiasco with a really happy Tae-chan, and of course, a new guy. Oh my gosh, there's a sixth guy, or there's a third guy. We finally have 6 people in the house. That's wild. So as we ended the last Terrace House podcast episode talking about this new guy, we will now go into how this episode starts with, of course, this new guy. So his name is Tetsuya Iwanaga. So a second Tetsuya in the house.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
What are the odds?
About Tetsuya. He is 26, which means he's the oldest person in the house, and finally someone in Seina's age range.
Ooh.
He is a pharmacist. Which is nothing like what we thought he would be. Sorry, Tim. What did you? I was talking to Tim about this earlier. What did you think he was gonna be?
Oh, okay. So, like, my first impression, because it was like only 7 seconds. Like, he was just on screen for a short amount of time. Like, I don't know. He seemed like a food blogger, or like, you know, like someone who reviews restaurants. That was my first impression. He's like really tall, fair skinned, lanky. Kind of reminded me of you know the food reviewer from Ratatouille?
Bro, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, right?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Because he was like in all black too, so I'm like, oh, like that was my first impression. But pharmacy, never would have guessed medical field. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So, pharmacist. He is 186 centimeters, which for everyone that does not use the metric system?
Metric system,
yeah. The metric system. He is 6'1". So
not that impressive. Not that impressive.
Sir? Yeah, that's a point guard. I don't know what you're talking about, so it's alright. Yeah,
that's like an inch taller than Kyle Lowry, and that's 2 inches shorter than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So not that impressive, but we're living in a world where the 3 of us are ranging from 5'6" to 5'8". So
whoa, why you gotta expose me like that?
What are you talking about? I'm 7'3". I just like, you know,
I slouch.
I have bad backs. I have a bad back. Yeah. I'm 7'3". Like, yeah. If I believe it enough.
Believe it.
Some of us exude 6'2" energy. It's fine. But yeah, so more about this guy. He has done some modeling for men's magazines, which is wild.
Not surprising. Like, 3 models in the house.
Yeah.
Half the people in the house are models. Like,
yeah, like this guy models as a side hustle. Like, imagine.
No big deal. Yeah, he'd make $50 an hour as a pharmacist and also model on the side. Whatever. It's you know.
Whatever. This guy's got his stuff together apparently. But yeah, so as we keep going, Tae-chan shows Tae-chan shows Tetsuya to the room, and while they're gone, the girls are like amazed by this guy, and you could tell that Momo is into him. Like really into this guy.
She's got a thing for guys in lab coats. Supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah. So just to put all of these things together, we also get to see Daiki come home, and he gets to meet the new Tetsuya in his beautiful pajamas.
Oh yeah. Cashmere.
Yeah. So Tae-chan, they were talking about like what to name him, and since Tae-chan was the first one in the house, he's gonna keep the name Tae-chan. But Tae-chan said that new Tetsuya looks kind of like a prince, so they want to call him Oji, which is
pretty good.
I guess Japanese for prince. Yeah.
Purple Rain.
There was a really good quote here from Oji. He said, so they were asking him like, oh yeah, like, are you like a prince? And he's like, oh, I don't really like play a prince or anything like that. And so he's like, I'm not a prince that rides on a white horse. I'm a prince who wears a white coat. Straight bars. Straight bars.
All he needed was to wear glasses and just put them way closer to the eyes, and there's a glint of sunshine.
He actually has like a lab coat, and he has like he does like the flourish, like the.
Oh, right.
Straight out of an anime, he does the.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that this episode and last episode are very anime-esque. Like the shot that you see with Masato and Seina at the airport. That's like straight out of a slice of life or like any, like, I don't know, drama. And then with this one, it's just like, oh, new guys in the house. And then it's like, oh, mystery. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm getting so many more anime vibes from this. Like,
straight out of real life, I guess you would say. Because it's reality TV. A slice of real life, if you say so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but yeah, so my question for you guys is, what do you think of Tetsuya Iwanaga or Oji? What do you think of our new prince?
Tetsuya squared. Oh man. Okay. When he walked through the door, like, yeah, he's a handsome dude. I can admit that. He's a good looking dude. I'm not a big fan of the hair. Like, I don't know. It looks more like reminds me of a Karen haircut where it's like voluminous. Like, it's got volume, but it looks disproportional to like the size of his head. Like, dude's got good like facial structure, like good cheekbones and like strong chin, but like, I don't know, like the way his hair sits on his head looks awkward to me. I don't know why. Maybe that's just me.
Besides his hair, what else do you think about him?
Maybe
that really spotted out like his hair.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like, it was the first thing that caught my eye. It was like, it just looked awkward, but I don't know. When he says like, oh, I'm not really a prince, that's not really my character, right? I thought that was instantly foreshadowing to like, oh, this guy's a villain. Oh no, what if he's like, because we still know nothing about him, really. Like, we know very little about him, so maybe the producers like chose this guy because he'll switch it up. Maybe he's not Mr. Fun, nice time. Maybe he's Mr. Bad, sad time. I don't know.
Okay, all right. I am Team OG.
Really?
Let's go! I'm so happy that his job is a pharmacist, because that just mixes things up. I'm so glad. Like, sure, of course he would be a part-time model, but I could live with that. I'm so used to, oh no, James froze.
No, he's
Really?
here.
Okay, there, he's back.
Oh.
I'm so glad that he's a pharmacist, just because it's so different now. Like, other Terrace House episodes or seasons, I'm a model. Dang it. Why can't we mix some things up, you know? Because I'm so glad that it's like, I'm not saying I'm pharmacist, I'm a mundane job, but it's like a more regular job to compare to like, you know, the industry of like entertainment. So that's really cool. I think he's quite handsome. I love his hair, actually. It fits him really well. And I'm so glad. And it's just like, yeah, I'm on the Team Prince. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think, James? What do you think?
I think he's cool. Like, I don't want to say I'm Team OG yet, but like, I agree. Like, I feel like the hair fits him. Like, I don't really know what other hairstyle to give someone with like a face structure like that. That's also like 6'1". Like, I feel like if the downward hair suits the like slim, like slender, like body type, I guess. And I don't know. He's cool. He's still so like mysterious to me. Like, doesn't he just give that kind of like energy? Like, he's like, I don't know if it's because he just hasn't like gotten comfortable with everyone yet, but he's still kind of like mysterious to me, and it's interesting. I don't know. He's interesting to me.
Maybe it's the way that the show's framing him right now. Because he did one show up in the middle of the night when no one was expecting him. We had like no prior scene where like OG is talking with like somebody from his personal life, you know? Like, I think, yeah, James, you pointed this out earlier when we were talking. It was like with Daiki, you see him talking to his trainer right before he goes to the house. With Hana, you see her talking with her friend at a bar before coming to the house. This guy's just like, oh yeah, I'm here. Hi, I'm part of the house. I'll be living with you guys. What? Like,
yeah, for sure. But I feel like one thing that the three of us can agree on is that OG is a handsome fellow. Yeah.
He's pretty good looking. Yeah.
Oh, he's a cutie.
He's pretty good looking. He's a handsome dude.
Yeah. But speaking of his handsomeness, we will talk about what happens the next morning in the kitchen. Because everyone is kind of just waking up. They're eating some of Hana's leftovers, and then we see
potato spaghetti
through the door. Oh yeah. But we see coming through the door, Oji in a suit.
Oh my
goodness. So he says that he has to wear a suit every day when he goes to the pharmacy, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, amazing." So then he goes to the bus.
A member of society.
Yeah. That's
quote.
What I said. He's a member of society. Yeah. All right. So then we get to see Tae-chan take Oji to the bus stop, and as soon as he leaves, Momo, my goodness, Momo says that a man in a suit is a feast for her eyes.
Oh my gosh! Words, bars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and she blushes, and there's an interesting caption that was here. It said 3 years without a relationship. ... Maybe now's the time. Amazing.
Maybe now's the time.
Is it the time? Is it?
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, we will say one more scene, and then I'm going to ask you guys about it. So we skip to the pharmacy, where we get to see Oji doing his work.
Popping pills.
Oh, yeah.
Popping pills left and right.
Okay, no. No. So Oji shows up at work. He gets to talk to some of his coworkers about moving into Terrace House, where he says that, he's moving in with a bunch of young people. Which is true, but also okay. And yeah, we get to see him work. He's sorting medicine, talking to customers, and it's a good time. So, what do you guys think about Momo? This is a whole new side of Momo that we've never seen before. So it's what do you think about that?
I think this part of Momo has always been a part of her. So I just feel like there's never been a reason for it to come out, especially we're starting to see more and more sides of Momo. Oh, what? She's a DJ on top of being a writer, and she writes music and stuff, right? And then even she probably knows her way around relationships and dating and stuff, because she told Tae-chan, hey, you got to be more confident, be the type of guy to just grab a girl's hand. So I think Momo's always had that assertiveness being a part of her, and now that someone is in the house that catches her eye, I think she's gonna show that Mamba mentality that has always been a part of her. Yeah, that's my prediction anyway. That's my prediction.
He said a mini Mamba.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she gonna step up.
Momo mentality.
Ray-chan who? Nah. This is Momo's time.
Momo mentality. That's how it is. It's her time. Oh my god. That's why she's a writer, guys. She has a way of words.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe she said that. A man with that wears a suit is an eye for what can you repeat that again?
She says a man in a suit is a feast for her eyes.
I'm not even hungry, but verbally that's delicious. Oh my goodness, what a line. I wish I had that on a shirt. But yeah, I'm so excited. I want to see this side of Momo, because it's that's finally someone and a type that finally in the house, and yeah, we get to see maybe some romance besides Hana and Seina and everyone else. Yeah. We just needed the right Tetsuya to come in the house, I guess. And I really like the scene of him working, because what would you expect? It's a pharmacist at work.
They made it look so much more interesting, though. The multiple angles. How many times can I take pills out of a tray box and put it in?
I could just imagine, the guy telling, Oji, all right, man, you gotta pick up these pills. All right, cool. But, pick them up, in a more, serious manner. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, now use that drawer.
Maybe look for
like because it's like they gotta gather him in the action, and like I think I died inside, like in terms of like laughter, because it was the one where he's like, make sure you take these Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you. Bye. I'm like, what the? I can't believe.
Maybe I'll hold it up to the light. Yeah. Just make sure it's the right pills. Like,
it was like so good. Like I enjoyed that a lot. Like, bro, I hope I see him working a lot more.
Well, honestly, I swear, like, Terrace House is the only show that can make pharmaceuticals look so interesting.
Hey, man, if they can make Masato surfing look interesting, they can make anything look interesting.
What do you mean, bro?
Surfing's interesting!
Sport. What do you...
Sorry. Shade.
Oh, my God.
Shade.
Damn.
All the shade.
We'll see him in a couple episodes.
I know, he's gonna come back. I'm back from America. Seina, have you waited for me?
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Well, on that note, let's move on to the next scene.
Yes. Alright.
Okay. So after OG finishes work, he meets with the 3 girls for some dinner. And it's so interesting because he fits in so well with the girls. So when they get to their little like dinner place, they ask him if he had a girlfriend, and of course he says no. And so when was the last time he had a girlfriend? And it was 2 years ago. And according to him, his girlfriend was small,
squirrely, like Hana says.
Squirrely. And also according to him, she was 5 years older. Bro, this guy pulls girls that are 30.
Sure. He's 26, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now he's 26.
Yeah,
so
now he's 26.
He said it was a 5-year difference, but
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 years ago. Whoa.
Yeah. Wild. But yeah, so the girls just ask him like a plethora of different questions just about his dating life in general. And yeah, so then OG asks what their types are. And this is where it gets interesting, guys. Like, okay, so Momo says that she likes guys like Kenichi Matsuyama. And to give you guys a little context, I told you guys not to Google him, but to give you guys a little context, he is the actor who played L in the live adaptation of Death Note.
Okay. The way he was sitting.
Yeah.
The way he was sitting, I'm like, oh, okay. So I get that. Nice.
Yeah. So in the scene where OG's like, oh, do you mean like this? And when he kind of like curls himself into the ball,
makes sense
to make him look like
his
L.
knees. Oh.
Yeah.
And he's right here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome now. No, we'll put like a screenshot of him like right now. Like, ooh, this is how it looks like.
Right here.
Yeah, right there. Oh, isn't that the Terrace House housemate that just moved in? Oh my god, wow. And we're back. Anyways.
Anyways. So as he does the pose, Momo starts blushing. She's like, oh my gosh, yeah, you look so good. And he's like, hey, for you, I'll do it more often. And she's like, oh my god, thank you. Oh wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Ho ho ho. But yeah, so what do you guys think about OG's dating life? Girlfriend 2 years ago. She was basically Momo, but like 5 years older than him. And apparently he looks like L from Death Note.
Oh, so like there's mysteriousness because they asked deeper questions when the girls were like finding out like what was his dating history before. He kept it to himself, which was more of a mystery because they're wondering. I guess it's like, you know, if you're that young, if you're a younger person in the relationship, how'd you pull off like an older person? You know, did they make who made the first move? And he kept it very quiet. Maybe there's a mystery there. Yeah. Which is all right. No need to know. And it feels like that's like the second night. I swear he just came from like
and
the
he's
household.
already being like bombarded.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, yo, guys, can I cook here for a bit? Let me relax. Where's all the other guys? Why is it just me? And again, they bash on Techon. He's like sleeping. But where it's like, well, yeah, well, not doesn't sound like it. It sounds like he's sleeping, and and Daiki's getting ready for his match again. So he's working out, training. So yeah, I like where this is going with Momo. I'm on the train. I think that's what I'm on the train on, the shipping train.
Yeah, it's Momo's time to shine. I'm very happy about that. Like, we got parts of her in season 1. I mean, I think it was like a lot of like her parents and stuff and that like type of weight that she's dealing with. But now we kind of see her like live her life and like, you know, do all that fun stuff. I like how slick she was when she was like, when he asked the question, so what type of girls are you guys, or what type of guys are you girls into? And she's like, oh, well, I like guys who look like this. You kind of look like him. Just straight up to him. Like,
subtle but not subtle.
Subtle but not subtle. She knows how to play the game. I like it. But yeah, I think Jay's definitely right. He's still really new, so he can't just like open up about like all this confident stuff, not only to like 3 girls he just met, but to the camera crew hiding in the back. Like, all this is gonna get like televised to everybody, so I think he still needs to warm up just a tad.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think, James?
Sure. I feel, oh man, like the whole dating history thing, like it makes sense. Like, I don't know, every time someone's shown up at the house, like that's one of the first things that people ask, like, hey, like, what is your type? And it's pretty cool that like OG isn't like straight up about it. He's like super mysterious. He's keeping it, he kept it confidential. And he said that, like, you know, him and his girlfriend kept it exclusive. Like, it feeds into, like, the mysteriousness of OG. Like, I'm so, like, intrigued. Because I just want to know, like, what's the deal with this guy? That he's so, like, I don't know.
So what, James? Describe him.
He's just so, like, oh, man.
Dreamy. Oh. Oh, I just want to know like, about more about him. Like,
but no, I know like whenever they asked him like a question, apparently like he like really took his time with it, you know, to the point where Hana was even like, I'm about to fall asleep because you're taking so long to answer. So I'm just like, wow, this guy's really like methodically like thinking about like what he should be saying here. Like,
or Hana's just really impatient.
that too.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like this guy's playing chess, man, and everyone there is playing checkers. Like, who knows? I just want to see the next couple episodes to see what this guy's deal is, but I can't. We can't go that far yet. However, we were briefly talking about Daiki and Taechan, so we'll talk about the little coffee date that they went on.
Cute.
So they went to this little coffee place. I believe it was in Kamakura, and apparently it was a place that Taechan took Rie back in season 1, and it was pretty funny because Daiki mistaked that place for the pancake place that Rie went to with Masato, and you could tell like they laughed about it, but you could tell Taechan got a little defensive about it. He's like, whoa, this is not the place. Hold on.
I've never had pancakes in my life. Daiki's like, oh yeah, sorry, go man.
Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, that was pretty funny. But Taechan was like, hey, like I took you here because like I wanted to recommend like a few date spots for you and Hana in Yokohama because Taechan's from there. But Daiki was like, you know, I just want to take her on like a shopping date. But as he was saying it, like, he looked super sus. Like, the guy was making, like, faces. He was kind of like, you know, I just want to take her on, like, a shopping date.
You didn't seem enthused?
Yeah. And, you know, like, he looked super sus. Like, in my notes here, in brackets, I was like, yo, he'd definitely lose in Among Us.
Yo, that's an emergency meeting right here. Why didn't you report the body, huh? That's sus? Okay, cool. I feel you.
Yeah. So he looked super sus. Now, why did he look sus? I will get to that right now. So, that night, Daiki met up with Seina in the living room. and they were kind of talking about why he's like hesitating to go forward with Hana, and he said like it's because there's a person that he likes, but not just one. So
da, da, da.
He said that like of course like he likes Hana, he likes this girl in the house. However, there's also this girl that's in the area.
Sorry, I'd like to take a quick pause.
Yeah.
He never explicitly said Hana. He said someone in the house. Someone in the house. He never said her name. We have no confirmation, guys. He said someone in the house. That's 5 other people.
All right. I would like to take a pause too. I kind of agree with you because when they first talked about it, I'm like, do you like Seina too? Like,
I could see that.
Like,
I could see that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I was like, you've never really seen them together. I'm like, okay.
But maybe just like, you know, like, I don't know, like, or we haven't seen it because the show hasn't shown it to us. Maybe the show's trying to push for Hana and Daiki, and then like,
I mean,
or even Momo. Like, we didn't get names.
Or maybe it's Taechan or other Taechan. Or maybe it's both Taechans.
You never
we don't know.
The description was someone in this house and someone nearby.
Maybe it's someone in the camera crew. Ooh. Maybe it's Yu-chan. We don't know. We didn't get a name. We can't assume.
But yeah. He likes 2 people at the same time. Your thoughts, James?
I think we broke up.
Happy Halloween, folks.
Happy Halloween.
But no, I could be wrong. I don't know if I was just imagining this, and we also might have missed it because we talked a lot during the episode. But like, wasn't Seina straight up like, we are talking about Hana, right? And Daiki was like, yeah.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense.
Well, we're gonna have to go back on that one.
Gotta check the receipts.
You gotta check the receipts.
Yeah.
But it'll be in the description if I got that right or wrong. Don't worry. But yeah, like, so he was like talking about why he's hesitating to go forward with Hana, and it's because of like that whole thing. And Seina responds with like you know, like stuff like that is pretty normal. It's okay. But she does say that, like, eventually he's gonna have to narrow it down. But, like, she's urging him to, like, you know, take his time, of course. But Daiki's like, hey, like, I don't want to go into my match, like, feeling like that, you know? Which, of course, like, goes back to, like, his whole superstition of, like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get a girlfriend because I need to stay focused on my match. And you can see, like, this is already affecting him. Like,
oh, yeah.
He's already like kind of put himself into like relationships when he should be focusing on his match, because like these relationships are kind of like taking over his mind. And there was a caption and in this scene where it says like, lover can only be one person. And Seina kind of talks about how like he has to go for someone if you like them. Like that's how it's done in Terrace House. Like if there's someone that you're into in the house, like you gotta go for them. Like you can't just lead them on because you guys are living together. So since you're living together, like that's kind of messed up if you're just leading someone on and you're seeing them every day, but you're not really doing anything about it. So what do you guys think of Daiki? Just in general, I guess now that we've heard all of this stuff, like what do you think about him?
Daiki knows he's selfish. He even said it himself. It's like, that's a selfish way of thinking. It's like, yeah, you called it right, buddy. And it makes more sense now, because I'm like, why is he so suspect? And like, during the talk with like Taechan, right? Like, I feel like the conversation was like, they're talking about date ideas, and Taechan was like, oh yeah, you should take Hana there. Like, you know, that's the subject. But really, it could go both ways. That's why he was like, oh yeah, take Hana there, sure. He was thinking about the other girl too, which is like, oh, that's why it makes so much sense. He's acting a little weird.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and like, it makes sense. Like, I guess he's the type of person that really is like, if he does one thing, it really affects him. Like, he goes fully in. And if he's gonna go into a relationship now, prior to the fight, it's gonna bother him a lot. But now he doesn't even know because he likes two girls at the same time. And this is the first time that he's ever felt like this. That's what he said. So, of course, he has no experience of how to deal with it. It came to a point where he actually asked for advice from Seina, which is kind of cool. So, interesting. I hope he decides whether or not, and I hope we see the other girl if possible. But, yeah, your thoughts, guys?
I don't know if that's a sign to get me to start talking, or if you're gonna say something. You can tell that he doesn't like Daiki.
No, it's not that. It's like, it's hard.
You've been saying it from the start, man. You've been sus of Daiki this entire time.
Because he's a good guy. I believe he's a good guy. He pointed it out to himself, or to say it's like he knows he's being selfish, right? But like, oh no, man! I want to know more about this mystery girl. That's all in my mind. Like, who's this other girl? Is she even, I don't know, like into Terrace House? Is she like I want like it's hard to compare like Hana to nothing. We have nothing other than she lives close.
So what I'm hearing is you want to see this girl.
Yes, I do. Anything or get some sort of context. Or
maybe we'll get to a scene where we see Daiki and this girl, but Daiki's covering this girl's face, and you never get to see her.
Oh, okay. Or at least
Welcome
more
to my world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Shota's wife and Daiki's second girl is gonna be in the same episode.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
James knows it for sure. His dreams was crushed when he found out he'll never see Shota's girl ever. It's never gonna happen, guys.
It's really not.
If anything, we're gonna see more Masato.
Oh my god, no. Shota's girl is his art, so technically we've already seen. Yeah.
You're saying Shota's girl is a sack?
What? A shrine. A religious project. It was a shrine.
I hate that so much.
Cheska, help us!
Oh wait! Please tell me we used the sack as the thumbnail for that.
Of course you did.
Okay,
we did.
Did we? We should have.
I don't know. We'll see. But
anyways.
Anyways. Enough about Chota, who we haven't seen since like the start of this season. But we do get to go to the next morning, where we see a brief little montage of Daiki going on a run. You know, going on a run on the beach. There's a little shadow boxing, and then we cut to the board, and it says 25 days till his match. So if the numbers crunch correctly, that's maybe 3-4 episodes till we see his match.
That's true. That's true.
The countdown begins.
4 episodes. 4 episodes.
The countdown begins.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, the show's been talking a lot about it. Like, we're gonna see it.
There's
if
no
they
way
don't,
that Terrace House is gonna hype it up for us to just never see it.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be like a really cool like cinematic too. Like I'm just picturing like Rocky movie, but then it's Daiki and some other like short, skinny Asian guy.
Maybe you never know.
Maybe.
Yeah. But after that, I don't want to talk about that too much because I don't think that was like a center point of the episode. But we do get back to the house in the girls' room where Seina and Momo are talking. And bro, Seina literally spills the beans about Daiki's love life.
Oh.
And oh man, she tells her everything. And Momo says, like, if it turns out well for Daiki and Hana, it'll be good news for the house. But then, oh my god, we get to the next scene where Hana comes into the room with a mask, by the way. And, oh my gosh. And then, the scene ends when Seina is literally about to tell Hana about Daiki. And, like, all the tension builds up there. And then we cut to a scene downstairs where we see Hana showing Tae-chan and Oji her song. And, her song was super poppy, and she has quite the voice. Apparently they've done some karaoke together.
Momo.
It's Momo. Yeah. Momo can sing.
Momo can sing real well.
Yeah. Sorry, I said Hana. I meant to say Momo. But anyways, back to the girls' room. The important part here. Back in the girls' room, Seina asks what Hana thinks about Daiki. And then she tells Hana that Daiki likes her. But then she exposes this guy, telling her like everything about how it's like, yeah, he likes you, but he also likes this girl outside of the house. And then we cut to Hana, who's just like, oh, 2 girls? What?
One cut.
Nani?
Yeah.
Nani?
And then the episode ends. And there's no, if I lay here, it's just ends. And just, oh my gosh. So like, bro, the big thing here is that like, Seina told the other girls like a day after. Like, what? Like, she really exposed Daiki to them, and even to the girl that Daiki was talking about. Like, what do you guys think about that? Like, oh my gosh,
that ain't cool.
Well, hold on. Okay, let's backtrack. Did you guys hear the song that was playing when Seina and Daiki were talking? It was like an elegant version of Taylor Swift's "We Belong." Like, yeah, the intro song.
We're
getting back together. I was like, yo, I vibe with this. Anyways, for the record, she technically Daiki didn't technically say keep it on the DL.
But still, man, that
conversations are like implied.
Heavy information, like that's like an untold like rule. Like if I'm telling you something super private, like you shouldn't be telling anyone else, especially not the person that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if it felt like really private, the conversation, sure, it is safe to assume that this is low-key confidential, but if it's the subject matter of the person saying it, hey, look, just to let you know, I'm gonna tell you this out of the, have a preface of saying, hey, this is gonna be, confidential. Cool to keep it DL. I feel like, depending on what the subject is, I still think there is a way for a person to be like, yeah, this is, can you keep it a secret? But, they didn't have that conversation. So, I think Daiki had maybe the understanding of, yeah, this might, they might spill the beans on him.
But I mean, if Daiki was so confident about that it's like, okay, if everyone's gonna find out anyway, why did he have to talk to Seina in private?
I think it's easier to talk to someone right now before actually facing the problem.
But then why didn't he talk about it with Seina and Momo, or Seina, Momo, and Tae-chan?
Or maybe that was the first time.
Or why didn't he tell Tae-chan at all?
I don't know. Maybe he's not as open to Tae-chan, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting. I find the dynamic not as romancy.
Maybe he already did in the dinner.
Well, yeah, right. This is only the things that we've seen. Maybe he already knows or whatever.
But he did tell Tae-chan first about the girl, no? About the other girl? No.
Maybe. No, he didn't say it at all.
Oh, he didn't say it at the
yeah.
And I feel like if you think it's a production thing, I think we're leaning too far into the idea of it being a production. I feel like if he was gonna tell Tae-chan, they would have shown it, because that's a big thing. And the fact that he told Seina was kind of just what the heck? Because they don't really even talk much. And he decided to tell her. And
because it's Seina, it's not Hana. Oh.
Yeah, but it's just if he was gonna tell anyone, why wouldn't he tell Tae-chan? Out of anyone, you may say it's not a bromance per se, but Tae-chan is the person that he talks to the most, other than Hana herself.
No. When I meant that remark, I meant like the person he likes is Seina, not Hana.
Oh, stop.
That's what I meant. But like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
oh, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Maybe like he said one is in the house and the one's close by the house, because it would be too obvious if he said they're both in the house. No, but yeah, I don't know. In terms of the privacy thing, I still feel like Santa crossed the line, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like that's kind of like an implied thing. That's his business to like figure out.
Yeah. So Seina's got a little bit of a blabbermouth on her.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Maybe after too many sips of that wine, just starts talking.
What do you mean? She's just doing laundry.
Oh, word!
When the conversation started.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's drinking while doing laundry.
Look, she has a specific lifestyle. I don't think it's that bad all the time. But like, yeah, that is interesting. Like, why didn't he tell everyone else? I feel like, I don't know, it's so hard sometimes to judge what the time lengths are throughout the episode. It feels like it's a everyday thing, because they only film how much like stuff for a week. So I feel like maybe it was to a point where at that moment, I think Taechan was maybe unavailable to talk to about it. And like, like this is really affecting his head, right? So I think he just needed some kind of clarity to actually talk to someone. And I think Seina was the only one that was available in the house. So maybe that's why it was the first time. Like, I do agree. Seina did cross the line, but I could see it in her, like, her perspective of why she would have said it too. Just because it's like, well, if it was that important, you should have told me in the beginning. So, it's just funny, like, Momo found out, and Momo's like, I don't have no part in this, bye!
Peace out.
So she kind of had, like, the social alertness to be like, nope, I'm not gonna be part of this, bye! So...
I don't know, like, it's just... I don't know, at the end of the day, I think it's pretty big that now Hana knows, and now, like, the question is, like, is Hana gonna, like, confront Daiki about it? Is Daiki gonna go to her now because maybe he knows that, like, she knows, so maybe now is the time for him to talk to her? Like, what do you guys think is gonna, like, what do you think's gonna happen between Daiki and Hana?
He's so disgusted. Tim, why are you so sad?
No, I'm
remorseful look.
No, I think this is going to push the timetable on Hana because she knows what she like knows, and I'm going to think that even though this is bothering Daiki, right? Doing some like this whole situation is a can of worms, and talking to any one of these girls about pursuing something right before his match is opening a can of worms. So like he's in a shit situation, he can be in an even shittier situation right before a title match. So it's either he can let things sit and like be like a 5 out of 10 bad, or he can attempt to fix it and end up with a 9 out of 10 bad, or maybe like a better situation, or like I don't know. Like to me, like risking it and like losing 2 people that you kind of care about potentially like is way worse than ending up with like I guess like a relationship like right before like something major, right? Like maybe after his title match then he can pursue this and do whatever, but like if he's like bummy and sad and unmotivated to train and do like get his like shit done before his title match, I feel like that's like too much to risk it. He's worked too hard. I don't think Daiki's going to do anything. But that's just my prediction.
Is it bothering him because he needs to make the decision now? Or is it bothering him because it's unanswered and he has to worry about it during the title match?
The latter. I think it's the latter.
Probably the latter.
He has to make it. He needs a decision before the match. Okay.
Like, or no, it's like it's just bothering him before the match. Like, you know what I mean? But if he makes a decision and the decision is like, oh, well, like I end up losing both girls. Because I tell, like, I don't know, like maybe he confesses his feelings and they don't reciprocate, or maybe he tells Hana, "Hey, I like you," but like Hana's like, "No, there's another girl." Like, no, I'm only one or it's done. And like now Daiki's out of luck, and like he gets his heart broken twice.
Man, if Hana acts like that, then I'm not down for Hana because like, wow, come on, like it's like what she already premeditated, like, oh yeah, we're gonna be together, or like it's only me, right? Like, come on, like they weren't even in that stage of like,
I know,
let's go date. That's big, yeah. So like that's pretty selfish of Hana, but I get her thinking too, because it's like, I thought I was the only one. Well, maybe you didn't ask the right questions. You never thought about that. Sure, like what you're doing right now is fun, and it's like it's like a fairy tale of like, ooh, will he eventually come together? Because like they have great chemistry, and that's why Daiki is like really into her, and it's to a point where he's kind of torn. But we haven't even seen the other side of the other girl. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's the exact same thing. It's just in a different perspective or a different woman. Yeah. So that sucks. I hope he figures it out. But like, yeah, I thought when they were gonna talk, he liked Seina or Momo or something.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna say he liked Seina.
He was gonna confess to Seina before he even actually confesses to Hana.
Yeah,
or maybe he just wouldn't confess to Hana at all because it was Seina the whole time.
Yeah, because it's like it was weird how he approached it, or maybe how they filmed it. But I was like, yeah, this kind of like off-putting. It was like that same time where like Taechan's like, "You have a love confession?" Like what? What are you talking about?
No, he didn't say that. He's like, I have a confession. And Hana was like, a love confession?
Yeah. Like, so like, weird. It's so weird. Yeah.
And yeah, like, I get, like, it kind of was off-putting, like, the whole thing of, like, Seina was, like, doing the laundry, and then Daiki's like, hey, are you busy? And she's like, yeah, a little bit. As you can tell, I'm clearly doing laundry. And then Daiki's like, oh, okay. Grabs laundry, puts it over there. Are you free now? I was like, wow, okay, he really wants to talk to her about this. So yeah, like, I get it. It was kind of weirdly paced. And in terms of, like, what's gonna happen next, I don't know, because yeah, Daiki's in a really weird situation, and like, I don't know, like with you guys, I know that Tim's team Taechan, I know that Jason's team OG. Like, I feel like I'm team Daiki. Like, I really support this guy. So it's like, for the sake of the show, I would really want him to maybe like go see the girl outside of the house and be like, no. Yeah, be like, I'm sorry, nah, like this girl back home, she's it.
She all me. She the one. She cooked me.
And then he comes back, and then he sees Hana, and then they're like, oh my gosh, and then they live happily ever after or whatever. I don't know.
Can that please be it? What content? Wow.
Yeah. That would be some type of content.
That'd be a content for sure.
Yeah.
I kind of hope he goes for the other girl. Actually,
wow. You're gonna leave Hana heartbroken, eh?
You're gonna leave Hana heartbroken, bro.
That's what happens when you measure people by 1.8 times. I don't even know what that means anymore.
Because it wasn't 2 times.
Yeah, it wasn't 2 times.
2 times.
I don't know. I just hope it doesn't bother him too much where it really affects him on the match, because I really am more hyped for the match. Sounds really cool.
Yeah. I feel like right now, especially, like, it's more like we want them to do good in their careers. Like, if they get in relationships, if they don't, it's okay. Like, if they're happy and if they're doing well in life, then it's like, hey, that's all we really want.
Exactly.
But also, like, come on, Daiki and Hana, man. Like, I don't know. Tim, any last thoughts?
My boy's got to keep his career in check. Career first, relationships later. I think he had the right mentality of, like, having a relationship before a fight is a jinx. Like,
oh, so you think he's gonna drop both of them?
I think he's not gonna do anything until after the fight. I think he's probably just gonna keep doing what he's doing. If not, take a step back more and like be like, I'm training. Like I gotta get back into my Mamba mentality like before the fight. But because I don't know, it comes down to, do you think Daiki's leading on Hana right now with his actions?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I don't think he is. I feel there's a flirtationship, but there's no outright like.
I feel like it's like, yeah, like I feel you. Like it's more of like he's not leading her on. It's more of him just kind of reciprocating what's been given to him. Like from what we've seen, Hana is like doing everything she can to get with him, and he's just going along for the ride.
Yeah,
and like I don't know if that's leading on. Like I don't know if he maybe should have taken like a firm stance and been like, hey, I don't want to do this yet or whatever. Like, but I don't know. I don't think he's like leading her on.
I feel like Hannah's really doing like a lot as like, you know, someone who's interested in him, like cooking for him. Yeah. But at the same time, like I think a really big gesture shows is that like Tae-chan got the exact same Valentine's chocolates as Daiki. There was no extra magic gift. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I mean, that was platonic. So maybe the helping with the meals is platonic. Like I don't know. Like, so I mean, yeah, that's just my take.
I have a question. So now that Hana knows that Daiki likes her, and let's assume down in the description below, right? Let's assume that Daiki's not gonna do anything until after the match, which is 25 days from like the episode. Do you think that's gonna bother Hana? Because like, is she gonna act differently now, or is she gonna act the same? Is she gonna like She's
gonna stop looking for him.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, will her actions change based on like the knowledge of this?
I feel like Hana kind of like I feel like Hana, like in the scene she looked surprised, but I feel like she maybe like understands that it's like that she understands that he's gonna make a decision eventually. So now it's kind of like a question of how much does she really want to be with Daiki. So if she really does, then I feel like she's gonna keep doing what she's already been doing, because what she's already been doing is like amazing. Or if she doesn't really want to be with him, then she just kind of drops it. Or not like drops it, but like she's still gonna support him because they're housemates, but like I don't think she's gonna be as like clingy with him or whatever.
True.
Okay.
Whenever Tim takes that big breath and is like, true, I'm always just like, oh, he's gonna come up with something completely different.
No. I think my big brain moment has passed, which is like we still don't have confirmation. We still don't know it's Hana. Imagine if like, you know, we do go back, you know, down in the description below, you're wrong, James. Like he didn't say Hana, and it wasn't Hana this whole time, and Seina like messed up. Oh,
that's good content. I'm down. That'd be so sick. That'd be so sick.
Good content. Oh,
and like they confront him like, Seina, I didn't say any names.
I said she lived in this house.
That could have been you too. Which is oh no! Which Tae-chan?
Both Tae-chans. It's both Tae-chan.
Yeah, so no, there could be anything.
Tae-chan squared.
No, I can see it happening both ways. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think that's a good spot to leave it, unless you guys have anything else.
I don't know. Like, I'm okay. I mean, I have like a question of the week, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it this week or next week. It's so like, I don't know if we have time.
We're an hour in. We could do it next week.
Yeah,
I think we could do it
next week.
Yeah, I also gotta get going soon.
Yeah.
So, outro.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Tim, you're doing it, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with doing it.
All right.
Oh,
Cool.
my bad. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, and thanks. Sorry.
Let's do it again.
3, 2, and that wraps up this episode of We the Panel. Thanks for joining us, lovelies. Once again, a quick plug to all our auditory listeners. Our podcast can be found on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts, including YouTube. So yeah, please, if you like our content, drop a like and a subscribe down below. And if you have any predictions for the next episode, yeah, just toss them right down there. If you guys got any comments to say, toss them right down there because we're listening. We're here. Thanks for watching. So, my name's Tim. I'm joined by my lovely bros. Jason, you have anything to plug to the peoples?
Yeah, check us our YouTubes in We the Panel. Thanks so much, guys, for the support. Keep on watching. But for me, I have a Twitch for jiggles. Look that up. There isn't much lately. It's been pretty busy, but I play guitar and my Instagram too. So you see it right here anyways at the bottom and our descriptions. Other than that, nothing really. It's been really fun. And yeah, I hope you guys celebrate Halloween safely.
Halloween.
But yeah, besides me, James, how can we reach you in the internet and other
Anything
places? Yeah.
I guess before I get to my plug, I just wanted to thank any new listeners. I do know that our last podcast actually got a lot of traction. So if there's anyone new watching, welcome to We the Panel. Welcome to our podcast. It's great to have you. But yeah, of course you can find me on my Instagram at jamesjt_27. I do, of course, have my YouTube link down below where I do music and sometimes vlogs depending on how interesting my life is. There's a really cool little vlog series where the three of us actually went to New York together. That was a great time.
That was
and yeah,
we'll vlog better next time.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Refresh your memory.
Yeah, I also just posted a video where my girlfriend and I we kind of ranked some of your favorite Filipino/Asian snacks. So if there are any Filipinos out there, you might recognize a few of them. So yeah, you can subscribe to me there. But of course, you can subscribe to We the Panel, a Terrace House Podcast here on YouTube. You can give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. You can follow us on Spotify, of course. And yeah, but before we go, Tim, my lovely dinosaur friend, where can they find you on the internets?
Dinosaur? I'm a dragon.
Don't get it twisted, son. He's magical.
For anyone interested, you guys can catch me on my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Timothy Satiati. You can find it down below. My personal Instagram, timbit1997. You can find that also down below. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So thanks for joining us for We the Panel, a Terrace House podcast. Can't wait to catch you guys next week.
Spooky.
Happy